Watch this video before you even think of booking your IELTS exam. If you're like most people who want to relocate, you've probably looked up the IELTS website to see how you can book your test and go ahead to sit for the test, pass, and relocate to your country of choice. But it's not that simple. IELTS is an exam that is dynamic and requires prior preparation before you go to sit for the test. In fact, many people who think that they are proficient enough in English go to sit for the test only to realize that IELTS thinks they are not good enough. Failing to do these important preparations is simply a recipe for failure. Here are 4 things you should do before you book your IELTS test. Number 1, find out your required band score. This is so basic, but so many people fail to do it. They just go ahead and book the test, and then when the result is out, they feel, oh, I think I did my best. But at the end of the day, the score they had probably doesn't meet up with the requirement. Nobody really fails IELTS. All you need to do is to score above the benchmark. So, what is the requirement for your study, your permanent residency, the work you're trying to look for, the visa? What is the requirement? You need to find out. Is it 7.0, 8.0, 8.5, 9.0? Okay, I doubt if any relocation route would require 9.0, but you get the gist. Number 2, identify your current English proficiency level. Don't assume that you are good enough. Take a pre-assessment test to see how good you are, not just in English language in general, but in the specific modules where your skills will be tested. Knowing your current English proficiency level helps you to prepare to meet up with the required band score that you have discovered. Number 3, develop crucial skills in reading, listening, writing, and speaking, because these are the 4 parts of the test that you will be faced with. You shouldn't develop yourself in just one aspect, but in these 4 aspects, because there are people who pass reading but they end up failing writing. People pass writing, they end up failing speaking. So you need to develop some skills in these 4 aspects. There are lots of skills you need to develop, and I would probably create another video to talk about some of this. 4, master IELTS dynamics through practice. Now, it's not just enough to get head knowledge of the skills required, but it's important that you get access to practice tests and attempt them to check whether or not you have actually mastered the skills that you claim to have developed. So it's important that you actually practice. Don't assume that you're good already, because you're not going to come across the exact test you practiced. Practicing different tests prepares you for whatever angle or approach that the test might be set from. So with these 4 things, you are good to go and book your IELTS test. But before then, ensure that you prepare. If you have learned something from this, ensure you hit the follow button for more IELTS tips, and of course, share with your friends.